so milling up the grain because it's brew day. That one's already full. Here's the setup. I gotta put the water in it. There's my little PEX setup. The water's on. Now it's flowing in. We'll see it fill up through here. So I'll get a backup of if I don't trip over my dog. There's the setup. Happy brew day. Still waiting for it. So there's my mash tun. Got to put that all together still. I need to make this a little bit lower, but there we are going in. You can't see when I'm recording, but so I'm gonna go ahead and pause this and get this all set up. Okay, so we got the flame on there, and we're still filling. We're about 6.5 gallons now. So I'll heat that up 10 above what I want, and then I'll run the rims. I still have to put the rims on this side right here. I'll do that now and then show you. Okay, I know it's hokey, but I put this piece of wood here, screwed the pump to it, got my rims hooked to it. There's my control box. This is temporary. I'm going to do a slide out board here, like a cutting board, to place stuff on. But I'm going to have to change the heat because the shields get pretty hot. So I'll probably have to put another shield here. So we're at 130. We're going to come out of there into the pump. I'll pump it into the mash tun. And once we're all out of here, then of course I'll change it over so it recirculates out of the mash tun. Don't forget to set your screen before your false bottom before you pop the water in here. So otherwise you're going to be doing it when it's hot. Not fun. So I scabbed these guys on there temporarily to hold that. My idea is to get a different piece of wood. I want to do fold out arms on this side, so and then hang this right here so they fold out. This guy just sets right on those arms, and then I can store them down underneath here when it's not in use. So this is a brand new burner, so all the paint is coming off of it and it's burning. It's doing really well. I'm very happy with it. It's a Bayou classic. So we will we'll keep going and talk to you later. Cheers. And on a side note, that's not good. Alright, well, I can't find my other balloons. This one popped, so I just went ahead and took a piece of it and put it over. This one will do the regulation. I don't know why that one popped. Piece of junk. So it's on CO2 for a cold crash. One more day and then I'll keg it. Bummer. Okay, so we hit 160. Now we're pumping it into from here through the pump, through my rims, into here. So now, once we get it all out of here, into here, then I'll set the circulation, and then I'll put the grain in, I'll mash in, and we'll be good. Okay, once this clicks off the timer, so now we're set at 150. and that's gonna sit there and keep it at that temperature. Now I'll go ahead and mash in. I'll put all my grain in here, and we'll run the rims. Pumps on, we're recirculating. So be right back. Okay, so there's my 2 buckets of grain, 5-gallon buckets. You can hear that water heater whenever it kicks on to heat that back up. So we'll go ahead and mash in. So there's my agitator. We'll, it's going to take a little bit. Okay, so all the grain's in, and we'll go ahead and let that do its thing. Set the timer, and I'm going to go buy some more balloons. Okay, so the timer's set, and when I go to half barrel, because I'm full all the way up to here, when I go to doing half barrels, I'm going to set up a second mash tun. Show you that really quick. So now here's my second one. I cut the bottom out of that keg. I haven't popped any holes in it or anything. I haven't put the bottom drain on it yet. But that'll be the twin when I do half barrels. Okay, so I put another 7 gallons in there because this is a 10-gallon batch. This is my first time brewing on my stand since I made it. It's pretty obvious it is. But I tell you, what a back saver. That PEX hose into the spigot is, man, it's a lifesaver. It's just, this stuff is super cheap. This is the most expensive thing. That's $8. And then you got this little guy, ties in for the fill. Then on the other side, you got it that ties into the hose spigot. But yeah, there's no more filling up buckets in the kitchen, forgetting that it's on, and flooding it out. So yeah, it's very nice. Definitely recommend doing something like that to save your back, especially if you're doing 10-gallon batches. Cheers. So this is how I boil. I actually use my Weber as a stand. A buddy of mine made this top for me, Keith, down in California. Man, that thing's just the bomb. Anyways, so here's my little brew setup. This thing's almost out. I may just go straight off the big one. But this kettle I built a long time ago. It works great. But boy, when Spike Brewing gets their 30-gallon kettle back in, yeah, I'm hooking myself up. Spike's got the best kettles. Okay, so there you go. I don't know how well you can see that. It's looking really good. Okay, so this is how I clear my lines. Let me set this up so I can show you. Stainless steel little valve. So, like so. Doesn't take much pressure at all, especially when you're doing it on your mash tun. I don't even care if that's tight. Oops, I gotta go turn it on the other side. Be right back. And that's clearing it out right now. So all the water in this is getting pushed out. So it works really good on here to clear the whole system out. And I'll show you that here in, well, about 10 minutes. Alright, so we're all done. Just turned off the heating element. Turned off the pump. That's the fans going on the keep the innards cool. So now I'll go ahead and turn this valve off. That seals it up from there. And we'll clear the line. There we go. That line's about as clear as it's going to get. This, just thought about it sleeping, had a dream about it. Works great. Totally recommend it if you do this. Show you the underside here. And I gotta move some things around and we'll start draining this out. This is something, if you look and see how clear that runs in there, that is just super nice and clear.